Hi everyone, this is the third part of my ongoing series, Real Scary Creepy Stories from my family members. If you haven't seen my last two videos, please consider giving them a look. Alright, on to the stories. Number 1. This first one is from my grandma. When my grandma was still little, about 7 or 8 years old, so it would be about 79 years back. At that time, people sometimes would go sleep in the barns on the hay. I know it might sound weird, but it's actually pretty comfortable and nice. One night, when my grandma was sleeping in the barn, she woke up because of a scratching noise coming from the barn's door. These doors were only locked with a hook and had a small window in it. When she looked closer at the door, she saw that the small window in the door was broken and that there was a hand coming out from the other side of the door and was trying to unlock it. Then my grandma started screaming from the top of her lungs, and the guy that was trying to break in ran away. The guy probably thought that there were grown-ups inside too and didn't want to risk it, but it was only my grandma. If he knew that it was only her, he probably would have kept going. Now, I don't want to think about what could have happened if he didn't stop. When the morning came, my grandma's dad looked around the barn and found the guy's wooden ladder and a big bag. Though nothing bad happened to my grandma, besides getting really scared, she avoided sleeping in the barn for a while. Number 2. This one is also from my grandma, and I think this story shows just how messed up and horrible war is. My grandma was unfortunate enough to witness some of the horrors of the Second World War. This happened in 1945 when Soviet army was pushing back the Germans. One day, the Soviet army soldiers were going to the same village that my grandma lived in. She was feeding her family's animals and saw the soldiers coming. Her father saw them too and came out to see them. They stopped in front of them, asked my grandma's father for directions and some cigarettes, and then just continued on. After about an hour, one more soldier came from the same direction, but he looked off. He was walking very slowly and he looked really pale. When he came closer, my grandma's father immediately told her to go back inside. This soldier came up to the father, asked him where did his group went, and then continued on walking in the same direction. Now, the reason why my grandma's father told her to go back inside is because he didn't want her to see that horrible sight. When the soldier came closer to them, the father saw that he had a giant wound in his stomach and that he was tightly holding onto it so that his internal organs wouldn't completely spill out. The reason why he tried to catch up to his group was because he knew that if he tried to go back, he would get shot for sure by his own. Because one of the horrible things that Soviet army did was that they would shoot their own soldiers if they would try to go back. So this poor guy took the chances that he had and continued on walking. Number 3. This story comes from my sister. One time when my sister had to go to a city, she came back with the last bus that goes late at night around 12 a.m. Our small town's bus stop is on the other side of the highway than our town, so you would still need to cross a bridge over the highway to get to it. When my sister got out, she thought that she would probably be the only one because our town is small and there is nothing really to do here. It was really late, but then one more guy got off the bus and very quickly started walking towards the bridge. My sister felt a bit uneasy and started walking a bit faster than usual. When the bus was about to leave, suddenly another guy jumped out and started walking in the same direction. At that point, the guy in front of them was already in the middle of the bridge. When my sister was walking over the bridge, she heard that the guy behind her was screaming something violently. She started walking faster and at this point was getting really scared. The guy in front of her already crossed the bridge and just started running. When my sister saw that the guy in front of her started running, she quickly looked behind her and saw that the other guy was holding a knife. She started to walk even faster and then suddenly she heard how the other guy behind her started screaming in Russian, "I will fucking kill you, you fucking bitch," and how he started running towards her. At that point, she got so scared that she couldn't move. She just froze in place. She knew that she wouldn't outrun that guy. But he just ran past her. He was chasing after the other guy. My mom was supposed to meet up with my sister, and when she saw both of those guys run past her, she immediately began to think that maybe something horrible happened to my sister and started running towards the bridge. My mom found my sister slowly walking down the bridge. She quickly took her hand and immediately took her home. My mom also told her how she saw both of them run to the town square and that one of them hid under the Christmas tree while the other one was running around looking for him. When they got home, my mom scolded my sister for coming back so late. After that, I don't think that my sister ever came back home with the last bus. Hi everyone, thank you so much for listening, it means the world to me. I'm sorry for only putting in short stories in this video. I'll try to put longer ones in the next one, but I only got short ones for this one, so I'm sorry. My upload schedule might get a bit messy because my holidays are ending and soon I'll have to go back to college, so there won't be much time for me to upload. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching again, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.